Hey guys, Brian with WorkshopAddict.com, and DeWalt has come out with a new 20 volt max heat gun, model number DCE530. Came as a bare tool, so that ends in B. This is a cool heat gun that when I first looked at it, I thought, well, it's a little bit like the Milwaukee, so I thought, well, I'll put it up next to the Milwaukee and do some testing. I'll get to that in a little bit. This unit actually has a little bit different vibe to it, a little bit different performance, so I'm gonna get in and show you that, but first, let's come in and take a quick walk around this thing. Okay, looking at this guy, one of the first things that's gonna jump out to you is that it's got high and low up on top. So this is the speed at which the heat goes out and the CFMs at which the air blows through. So on high, it heats up to 990 degrees, has 6.7 CFM. On low, it will heat up a lot slower to 550 degrees, and it is 3.85 CFM. That is nice to have options, first of all. You have the air vent in the back, which is normal, but then you have a safety on the trigger, which differences itself from the Milwaukee. But if you're right-handed, you have a lock-on button. That would be a little bit more difficult to do left-handed, but either way, it's there. You can see this guy heats up quick, but I want to tell you, this is hot. I've been using it quite a bit lately. The grip, pure DeWalt, feels normal. Everything's here. It's about the same size as the Milwaukee. I threw 6 amp hour, 20 volt battery on it. The safety on the trigger for me was a little bit to get used to, but I don't have to push anything down like I would on the Milwaukee, so I like that. The lock-on is priceless. If you read the owner's manual, I want to give you a little warning. You can use this tool for up to 60 minutes in a 2-hour period, so you don't want to just flipping batteries in and keeping it going, but that's pretty good. This tool has some pretty impressive performance, so let's get to that. All right, so this test I want to actually heat up something, and I wanted to make sure that the 2 license plates are the same distance away from the heads of the unit. I want to make everything as fair as possible. As you can see, it was a lot easier to just lock on the DeWalt and let it go. Instead, I zip tied my Milwaukee to get it to stay on all the time so I could run the thermal imaging camera and just show you guys what's happening. Even from just normal use on this, you can tell that the DeWalt heats up faster. That's a good thing. The size is the same, which is interesting to me. For some reason, DeWalt has got their inner playings down a little bit more, and you can tell as we go back and forth here looking from license plate to license plate that the DeWalt is definitely doing a better job at heating everything up. The DeWalt eventually ended up getting the license plate up to just over 260 degrees, which was excellent. Everything there was hot. I was going around to the back of the license plate checking things out, but still, no matter how you looked at it, the DeWalt heated things up quite a bit more than the Milwaukee, which surprised me. Now, in Milwaukee's defense, I will say that they call this a compact heat gun. In favor of DeWalt here, I'll tell you that DeWalt's is the pretty much exact same size, if not slightly smaller, as far as diameter goes. DeWalt simply won this test. They got the lock on, they've got the temperature, they've got everything here. They both have LED lights. I like the way that the DeWalt's is placed a little bit better. Once you put some sort of heat guard or anything like that on, neither light from the DeWalt nor Milwaukee works. So what I want to do is flip around the other side quick and just show you how hot I could see somewhat of the internals. Now this is how we used to test these to see how they heat up on the inside, but it's not a great gauge. But no matter here nor there, this does tell you that the Milwaukee is not as hot as the DeWalt. So there again, we go into the same exact situation. DeWalt won hands down. The one thing that you'll read on the box is that the DeWalt will heat up to 990 degrees on high, and that happens supposedly after 340 seconds. That's a long time, but if you're doing shrink wrap or you're doing something else like that, I mean, you're going to be using this gun for long periods and it's going to get to that point. I can't measure that air temperature with the thermal imaging camera. All I can see is it got up in the high 600s, so there's a good chance that maybe 900s are coming out. I can't prove that to you. I can tell you that it is very, very hot. This is something that I think trumps the Milwaukee in every way, except the Milwaukee does have a way to hang it once it's hot. I like that idea. We use this mostly for putting window tint or some sort of tint over different cars, so being able to have the high and the low is absolutely huge. If you're using it with electrical devices, you know, shrink wrap or anything like that, the low still works well and it still speeds up and gets the job done pretty quick. We use one of these little silver adapters again, but with that said, it still rocks it out even on low, and it gives you a little bit less air movement, so you're not heating up a lot of things around it. So if you're in a tight space like inside a car, underneath the dash, it works great. There's no doubt here, there's absolutely no doubt here that DeWalt spent some time on this heat gun, rocked it out. If you're looking for a heat gun and you're not in the DeWalt platform and you're like, well, Milwaukee's got one and you want the better of the two, go buy a DeWalt battery. This is definitely one that's going to rock over the Milwaukee Compact. So if you're checking out heat guns, I hope this helps you out. As always, we appreciate your time. Please give us a like in this video, subscribe to the channel, leave us your comments below as to anything we're doing here. Have a great day.